Hey guys, it's Mark here, back with another playing card review, and today we are going to be reviewing the Ladymoon playing cards by Art of Play. I've had these cards for some time, and they're some of my absolute favorite cards. Not for like cardistry or anything, just in the sense of they're probably the most beautiful deck of cards I have, at least up there in the top couple I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, we'll get into so these are made by Art of Play. It's basically, the gist of it is the court cards are all women, so it's kind of like a goddess type vibe. But yeah, love the color palette on this. The pinks with the dark blue looks really cool, and yeah, it's also got some gold foiling in there, as you can see. Just even from the tuck case, just so beautiful. So this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video just because there's so much detail in these cards. But yeah, so let's get into it. I have opened these cards before, by the way, so they might not be in any specific order, but yeah, here we go. Yeah, Art of Play, so that's designed by Kelly Thorne, so shout out to her, amazing cards. And I love this, I don't know what you guys call my sticker stamp, but so we have here the maiden, the mother, the crone, and look how far down this. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My video just stopped recording for whatever reason. But as I was saying, very cool sticker on this. So we've got this part, but then look how far it goes down. And I've been saying this a lot lately, but yeah, just like the color palette of this card's like the gold, the pinks, the dark blue just looks so well. Yeah, it goes so well together. So yeah, let's get into these cards. And so, just to clarify, there is two versions of this deck, and nowhere on either deck does it say like V1 or V2. It's the inside, that nice pink here, and then the blue on the sides here. But so this is the V2. It's just like, it's the slightest difference, and nowhere did they clarify that it's V1 or V2. So for the longest time, I thought there was just one version of these, and I had the V1s, but nope, I guess there's two versions, and these are the V2s. But yeah, let's get into that. The back design here, it is a very subtle one-way back design. If you can see here, this side is orange, and this side is two different colors. This is like that more orangish, and this is that lighter tan as well. In the middle here, we've got the circle, and then the cross or star, I believe, and then some other stuff like with the moons here. So yeah, it's not symmetrical, or not a it's not a two-way deck of cards, it is a one-way deck of cards. And sorry, these cards are going to be out of order a little bit here. But so yeah, one way, but subtle one way. It's not like on the fan you can tell or anything, which I guess, yeah, you probably could actually tell from the corners a little bit there, but nothing outrageous. Like I said, you guys know normally I'm a two-way back person, but it's so subtle, and it's such a beautiful deck of cards that it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, very cool deck nonetheless. Let's get into the jokers here. Joker is very cool, sort of, sorry, let me get it to focus. Yeah, almost like, I don't even know how to describe it, like a goddess, fairy, sort of, yeah, very hard to describe, but very cool, almost looks like the Avatar movie, like the people from that, like the faces on that. But yeah, very cool nonetheless. Yeah, and as well, I forgot to mention, I love there's like a little bit of gold foiling on the border here, and then some on the inside. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a longer video, I'm assuming, just because there's so much detail in this deck of cards, and it's so beautiful. It's one of my favorite decks of all time. Yeah, I don't know why I'm just now doing the review on it, but yeah, I haven't done an Art of Play review in a little while, so yeah, I was like, okay, today's the day. But yeah, we see more of that gold there on the ad card. Epiphany's Wait the Curious Mind. It says that on a lot of the Art of Play cards, it's their main slogan, or on a lot of the, yeah, different decks of cards. And then this is the ad card for Kelly Thorne, I believe it is, who did the artwork and designing for this deck of cards. And yeah, super beautiful. I've never thought of it before, but has her website up there. I'm gonna check that out at some point, and I kind of want to check it out now, honestly, and see like what's on it, like, you know, if there's anything cool. Let you guys know if there's anything cool on it. But yeah, Kelly Thorne, if you want to check that out, super cool. So yeah, like I said, back design, very cool, very beautiful. And I do at least have the Ace of Spades in front here, so yeah, very intricate. So yeah, I'm assuming this, it's been a while since I've looked at these, but the spades are going to be the blue, and then one of the pinks, spades and clubs will be the blue, and then one of the pinks will be for the diamonds and clubs. But yeah, very cool. Ace of Spades there with those flowers kind of hanging above. We have the stars again there, and like the dots. Like there's just so much small little details in the stack of cards. Yeah. Are these in order? Maybe they are in order somewhat. But yeah, like I said, the blue there, fairly standard. I think the font is a tiny bit different. I'm not positive. But yeah, very cool. Yeah. Maybe these cards are in order. I don't think they all are. Oh, wow. Maybe they are. But, so yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the theme of it is like goddesses or whatever, but it's called Ladymoon. And so for the jacks and kings, as well as the queens, obviously, they're all women. So, and I believe it's a different, like, not all the jacks are the same. They're all different. All the queens are different. All the kings are different. So yeah, the court cards we're definitely going to spend some time on. A bunch of very cool court cards. But yeah, very cool with that, like, it's almost like a crown, or like, it almost looks like a crown of thorns or something. I'm not sure. You know, I think it's just, kind of like a nature sort of vibe. You see the leaves there and stuff. And, yeah, very, very cool. Let's see, the queen here, also very cool. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, it might be all of the queens. Okay, that's how it goes. Sorry, I just need to explain this real quick. So it's gonna be like a younger person, like someone like around my age, I would guess, is what they're going for, and you know, whatever this universe or whatever is. And then it kind of like how this lady here is pregnant, you know, middle-aged person, like a mom or something. And then I believe, yes, they have an older person for the king, so it goes up in age as you go through with the jack, queen, and king. I did not know these cards were going to be in order. Again, very cool ace. Is a one-way ace. But yeah, I like this a lot. I said, like, decks like this, for me, I'm fine with them being one way, because like there's so many cool details, and these ones, like, I know I had opened them, so I just wasn't expecting them to be in order. But you know, this is a deck of cards that I'm not going to use a lot. Like, it's just something you get out and look at and appreciate. As with a bunch of the Art of Play decks, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, most of the decks I use are Art of Play, but they have, you know what I'm talking about, like the Stranger and Stranger deck that you just get out to look at and or the Ultimate deck by Stranger and Stranger. So yeah, this Jack, very cool. Love the hair there. Yeah, same colors. And like I said, so yeah, they're going with that lightish pink for the diamonds and hearts. So yeah, we have the younger person here for the Jack, and then again, a pregnant lady for the Queen. Very cool. Love the background, the blue there, super cool, and all the flowers and everything. Like I said, it's just all around like beautiful deck of cards. And then we have the old woman there as the king card. Wow, that one's really cool. That colorway kind of threw me off for a second there. But yeah, super cool. So they're sticking with the green here. But yeah, it's got like a goddess sort of vibe to it. I don't even know how to describe it. But yeah, just such beautiful cards. Very cool. I'm trying to think, are these the same as the other ones, just in different colors? They might be similar. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But either way, I think they're all different. I don't know. But yeah, and then that very cool blue color. I've seen this font a couple times on clubs, and yeah, it's super cool. I like it. It's a little bit different than the traditional clubs are. But yeah, super cool. And yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite decks of all time. Get another, card, another ace here. I was thinking another one-way ace, but for the clubs, I think the aces are always one-way, right? It would just be the diamond that they're not. But when I say one-way, I just mean there's more stuff around it than just the club. Because sorry, I'm confused here. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just had couldn't think for a second there. But yeah, very cool club, lots of detail on that with the flowers and stuff again, and just the line work, just super beautiful. Yeah, get into the last of the court cards here on the hearts now. Again, the old lady, the queen there, that one's, I feel like they're different. Maybe it's just the colors, but this one's definitely one of my favorite ones. Like the crown there they're wearing with the green and that and stuff, it definitely makes it stand out more. Super cool. Yeah, that one super cool as well. And yeah, I think all of them have had the crowns, but it's just when it has like the green for the leaves on there, it makes it a little bit easier to see what it is. But yeah, very cool court cards. Some of the most beautiful court cards I've seen before, and just love the color for those hearts. Just such a light, I don't even know what you'd call it, like a pastel sort of look. I don't even know if that makes sense, but yeah, just very cool light color. Yeah, not gonna spend too much time on the rest of the cards because other than the colors, they're pretty standard. But yeah, I love how for the all of the suits, the ace they have, it being really cool with I love just the little dots on the outside with the little stars. Definitely some cool tattoos that could be made out of these aces. But yeah, very cool cards. Yeah, and I guess they're in order, so yeah, that worked out very well. But yeah, super cool cards. Now let's see how these cards feel, and I obviously haven't shuffled them before. It was funny, I was thinking before the video, I was like, man, I'm assuming from what I remember, I probably shuffled them around and stuff, so they're gonna be a tiny bit broken in or whatever, so it might not be that's weird, I'm having a hard time shuffling those, the best representation of what they are when you normally get them. But I was like, whatever, that's not a big deal. But there we go. Whoa, yeah, they are a little bit slippery, as all new cards are. But yeah, apparently I hadn't shuffled them, because I'm guessing, I would be the type of person to do this, but I don't think I went through and put them back in their actual order or anything. I mean, they weren't in perfect order. I don't even know why I'm saying this. You guys don't care about this, but normally it's the 2 ad cards in the back or the jokers in the back. So there's 2 of the cards and 2 of these cards in the front and 2 in the back, and they're all in the front because I always do that with all my cards. Otherwise, it just, I don't know, it's easier to figure out sometimes if you forget about the cards in the back or whatever, and then you've got ad cards or jokers mixed in with your other cards. It just doesn't, so that's how I like to do it. But, oops. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. But, yeah, cards feel nice. I would say maybe not quite as good as some of the Art of Play cards, but like I said, these cards are like more so for looks. Like this isn't a cardistry deck of cards or anything, but they feel great. I don't know if they're quite up to par with like a few of the Art of Play decks or a few of the decks. Let's see now that they're shuffled a little bit. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I guess so. The corners, because it is still one-way back design, but the corners are like diagonal like this. So, obviously if you flip this, it'll still be the lighter on one side. So yeah, no matter which way you flip it for the fan, at least it's still going to look like two-way back design from the fan, because you've got the light side there, and if we were to flip it around, and can you even? Wait, oh, I guess it's the other way. Sorry, I don't know how to do fans the other way, so I guess we're not gonna do that. That's so weird, I never thought about that before, but yeah, can I? Is that? Nope, okay, yeah, so I would have to do it like this way, which I can't do. So, yeah, either way, sorry for that rambling, that didn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, very cool cards. I kind of want to check out this, they said, this Kelly Thorne's site, but either way, shout out to her, super cool deck of cards. Yeah, they look just so flashy and stuff when, you do stuff like that or whatever. That wasn't very good, but you get the gist of it. I've been working on this thing. I'm gonna mess it up here, but it's basically, I was watching a YouTube tutorial last night. So you do that, and then flip those cards around, and then drop those here, and fold them in here, and they kind of, I know I didn't show that the best, but then you kind of fold it over like that, all in one motion. It looks super cool, but I'm just practicing it slow right now to get the hang of it. But yeah, so it starts out like that, which I already knew how to do that, and then I get this part confused sometimes, but you bring that over like that, and then drop this, and it kind of automatically makes this, sorry, I can't think of the word, not pile, but, sorry, I cannot think of the word. I'll put it up there. But yeah, that clump of cards, I know that's not the right word for it. Stack, is that the word? Yeah, I think it might be stack. But yeah, so yeah, been practicing that just like the last night or two, hopefully before too long. Same with this one, like I've only got to this part of it for the flip phone, and then it gets very confusing. So I've just been doing that little flip thing after that, because I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm learning a new thing and I can't get it, like I just get so frustrated. So just taking it a little bit at a time, practicing a little bit every day, and slowly working my way up to it. But yeah, these cards are, and also a brand new deck of cards is not what you want to practice with for any of these. Not in the sense that like you don't want to get them, messed up or whatever, which there is that factor too, but it's more so just new cards are slippery and you want like a used, broken in deck of cards, because for instance when you do this, Yeah, the different, stacks, I think it's called, like, are more slippery, and there's more likely for, like, cards to fall out and stuff. So yeah, for any of you guys that are practicing as well, just a good thing to know. But yeah, I'm going to pause it real quick and write down the different things, look up the cost, and yeah, I think I'm going to check out our website real quick and let you know what I think of that, and then we'll get into the rain. I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okay, we're back. A few things real quick. So I thought of it. It's packs, not stacks. I don't know why I was thinking that, but yeah. Like, you know, just a pack of cards, like you pull off a pack. So yeah, that, I don't know why, that was just driving me crazy. I couldn't think of it, but yeah, super nice deck of cards. So I looked up, went to her website, and it's really funny, is, I want to get more. I only have a few, you guys have probably seen, but I don't have a lot of tattoos, a couple, but, I want to get more, and I always see, like, videos on, like, TikTok and stuff of, like, let me find a card that represents it a little better. I think it was the aces the whole time. I was thinking, I think I mentioned it, actually, in the video, but I was, like, that those lines and everything just kind of looks like a cool tattoo, and, like, I've seen, like, the line work tattoos, like, with the dots and, like, the little, like, spots and stars, and, like, it just made me think of, like, some tattoo videos I've seen. So as I said, in between the video, I went to her website, and it was just, like, a collage of pictures, and then when you click on menu, it just said, booking. Is this upside? Oh, it's double-sided, sorry. But, so it just said booking, so, and really didn't have much on it, so I went to her Instagram page, and, she's a tattoo artist, so yeah, it makes sense why all of these cards have, like, that line work to them and the shading and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so very cool. Yeah, so yeah, if any of you know who she is or want to get tattoos, that'd probably be a super cool person you get a tattoo by. But I have to say, looking at it, I think the Jokers, which I'm normally not a huge fan of, like, the Jokers in general, and I don't mind them, but these are definitely two of my favorite Jokers. I think these are even cooler than the court cards we saw today, which I always do take bad cards in court and Jokers into consideration with the face cards of the rating. So yeah, but yeah, between the Jokers and then the Art of Play Gold with the Epiphanies Await the Curious Mind, and then this card looks super cool as well. So yeah, very cool face cards all around. But yeah, let's get into the rating of these. Tuck case, embossed, love the gold, is a little papery feeling, but just all around beautiful. Love the sides there, super cool with those two different pinks. It's just, like, so much detail and, like, the gold, and that's what I was talking about with the shading, like those little circles there and stuff. But focus, okay, sorry, I was trying to get that to focus. But yeah, very, very cool. It is a little bit papery feeling, but it's so beautiful, just amazing, just like glimmers and the light there. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for that. Cost, sorry, going through writing it down here. Costs, they were like $13.15 plus shipping, but for these cards, I mean, these, like I said, one of my all-time favorite cards, definitely a 10 out of 10 for that. Back design, even though it is technically a one-way back design, just all those little details and yeah, like the circles there with all the little dots, and that's what I meant. Like, yeah, now that I hear it, like, if you know about tattoos and stuff, you can definitely tell that, like, a tattoo artist designed this, because yeah, just like the lines and shading and everything, yeah, it just makes sense. I didn't even notice, but, like, I love the border on these court cards with the almost like chessboard type look to it. But yeah, very cool. So sorry, which one were we on there? The back design, 10 out of 10. Face cards, as I was just showing you, 10 out of 10 for sure. So we're at 40 out of 40. last thing is going to be the feel, but yeah, just wanted to go through and show a couple more, as I like to do, like, show the tuck case when I'm giving the score for the tuck case. But yeah, super beautiful cards. Yeah, very amazing. Feel these cards, like I said, I don't think they're quite up there with some of the Art of Play cards, but no, man, yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, they still feel great. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, just not quite as much, and yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say, but yeah, not quite as good as most of the Art of Play cards, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but just, I mean, it's my rating, I guess, so it's my preference, but they still feel super nice. So, yeah, and like I said, overall, like, if I'm just rating these cards, like, this is, like, nearly a perfect deck of cards for me, because, like I said, everything else I've given a 10 out of 10, and these aren't cards that I'm going to use that much, so even if they felt like the cards, well, maybe not that bad, but I was thinking about, like, the cards from, if you saw my video that came out today, won't be the day you're watching this, but the last video I did about the 60-year-old cards, like, even if they felt like those cards, which then you couldn't fan it, and the fan's really cool. Sorry, I don't know why, I'm just, yeah, thinking in my head, or thinking out loud, I guess, but, yeah, anyway, all that to say, I don't care too much about how these cards feel, because it's more of the look for me, but, I still have to rate the feel, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, like, don't get me wrong, they don't feel bad by any means. I feel I would still take these over, like, a bicycle deck, or, anything like that any day of the week, but, Art of Play has a really high standard, and I hold their cards to a really high standard because they are, all super great, and I think these just are a little below some of their other cards. So yeah, but still 8 out of 10, they feel great. Yeah, don't get me wrong. So 48 out of 50. Sorry about this being a longer video. I said there's a lot of detail, and also, I don't know, talking a lot today, I guess, just, yeah, I'm not sure, but, yeah, either way, super cool deck of cards. Like I said, I have a couple decks coming in the next week that, people have, or Noelle has asked for, and I've got a couple comments on different decks to go over, but, yeah, super, super cool deck of cards. Let me know if you guys have a certain deck you want me to review. I'm looking for, because we're at 67 right now, and I'm thinking about it. I haven't made a final decision yet, but I'm thinking about, if you can see them, right there and there are my two Overlook decks, which are both currently sealed, because, they're two of my favorite decks, but I really want to open, and I want to keep a sealed one, so I might get another, we'll see, but I really want to open one of the white Overlooks, so my thinking of that is if I get another, I would still be able to keep a sealed one, but yeah, I don't know, so that might be something we do. Maybe I'll also open the one I have, I'm not sure, but yeah, so for 75, we might review one of the Overlook decks, because I know those are very hype deck, as you could say, or I don't know, just, yeah, one of the cooler decks, and decks people talk about more as far as I've seen and stuff, and yeah, I've never opened any of the Overlook decks. I said I just have one of each, one of the maze back and one of the original ones, the carpet back, but yeah, so I was thinking for 75 followers, we might open the maze back one of those, because they look so clean and cool and stuff. But yeah, sorry for this video, for making this longer than it already needed to be, but and look at that too, with that just like glimmers there, so cool. But yeah, one of my favorite decks of cards, Ladymoon playing cards by Art of Play. So yeah, 48 out of 50. thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you have a deck of cards you want me to review, let me know. If I have them, I'll review them. If I don't have them, I'll get them and review them. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.